Welcome to the show. My kids, I just got back from soccer practice. They should be taking a bath. So this is just a quick, kidless, potentially. There could be some areas that need to be censored if we have some bandits run through. It's hot outside. I decided to open up one of these Saison sour beers that I've got in the fridge. This is from Sante Adairius in Capitola, and it's been a while since I've reviewed a Sante beer. They're known for their, they have IPAs and a couple things. Not really a lot of stouts there. Usually their primary focus are barrel-aged sour beers. They have a small barrel-aged program, and small town of Capitola, which is near Santa Cruz in Central California on the coast. Great beers, really and truly one of the best sour producers in the United States, in my opinion. If you haven't had anything from them, I encourage you to trade something that you have locally that's delicious and find a willing participant to trade and expand your own palate. So I've had this beer a little while. It was good a long time ago. I have no idea what it's doing now. I'll leave a little head space. So this is a darker beer, hence the name Farmhouse Noir. 7.7%. It's a dark Saison style, fermented entirely in oak. It's delicately balances light chocolate notes and barnyard funk. Gotta love that. With a tight vinous acidity. So let's see what we're working with. Love the head too. I feel like so many sour beers, you pour them and there's like no head. Look at that. Bring on the funk machine. So I definitely don't get chocolate on the nose. I do get this sort of wine-like kind of almost a grapey smell. I mean, I don't think they ferment in like fresh wine barrels that like impart a winey aroma. But this really has a wine-like, almost a kind of a dried apricot, dried prune kind of smell. Like just real like dark dried fruits. This is like you open up the medley bag at Costco of like dried artisan fruits, and you kind of get a little of that. And look at that head. Hasn't disappeared at all. It's almost like a Guinness. Cheers. I like it. Woo! It is tart. Sour, but nicely balanced. It is like, this is not an entry level sour beer. This is the kind where like, if you introduce somebody who's never tried a sour beer to something like this, and I'd say the same thing about Russian River, some of the sours there, if you give them although that ends up being gateways. I don't know where this conversation is going, but it's quite acidic, and it's not like a really fruity, light kettle sour type beer. This has layers of complexity. This has some metallic flavors coming through, definitely some funk, some kind of barnyard funkiness. We're talking like, rotten wood on the side of an old rusty barn. Picture like rusty metal roof. I'm getting some rusty metal roof action. It's true. I mean, they say Farmhouse Noir on the label here. I'm getting a lot of farmhouse aromas. But nice, like creamy. I mean, the head, you don't realize this a lot, but on this beer, it's almost like when you drink like a latte at Starbucks and the espresso is being pulled up through the foam, and you get that magical mix of like, micro bubbles mixing in with the espresso. The same thing is happening here. I mean, look at the level of carbonation on this beer. It's kind of crazy. It's really tasty. but it's not overly sour. Yes, it's tart, but man, it's also good. And I don't think this is like so sour it's gonna leave me with like ulcers in my mouth, you know? That's all I got. I promised I'd keep it short. I'm keeping it short. Happy day. It's August 28th on a Wednesday. Nothing too significant happening right now. Happy 3-day weekend to all you 3-day weekend people that don't have to work on Monday. That includes me. Anywho, why am I rambling? I got nothing more to say. I'm out of here. Adios.